Hello, hello, hello. So we want to look at Radzig Longsword. Well, I want to look at Radzig Longsword, so we're going to look at it, okay? Alright. From the pictures here, I would say this is a pretty cool looking sword. It probably has more detail than we really need. I never zoom into anything that close anymore, because it really doesn't serve a lot of purpose. But it looks really nice. And notice this picture. This picture looks good. This picture looks better, I have to admit. So we're going to see how it looks in our game. Now this was, let's see. This was brought to us by John Skyrim. Okay. John Skyrim brought this to us. It is under 15 megabytes. And it's a sword. Now, you can have a one-handed version or a two-handed version. You can find it in the guard barracks of Whiterun. I'm not even going to bother with that because I'm just going to go to the forge and make it. My only nitpick to this, and this is just a nitpick, is you have to make it at the Skyforge. Okay, fine. I mean, it's kind of dumb, but that's the way they did it for whatever reason. Maybe they feel that makes it special, you know, kind of like... Unfortunately, they never really made the Skyforge that special. If they had, this would really make it make more sense. But unfortunately, in the game, I never really felt like the Skyforge was that special, so that's just me, just saying. Let's hop into the game, though, because I think, from what I've seen of this sword, I have made it and played with it a little bit. I think it's pretty nice. Alright, so we're here at the Skyforge. We're going to take our girl over here, and we're going to have her make one of these for us. Now, I can't remember. I should have paid more attention. Well, I do remember. It's right here. This is the great sword and the long sword. She has already got one of the long swords, so I'm just going to make the great sword. Notice the base value, 26, and for this 24. Not a bad base value. We're going to see what we can do as far as upgrading it goes. We're not going to upgrade it. We're going to upgrade it, hopefully, right? So first of all, let's take a look at the weapons. Now they're probably going to look very much the same. I think it looks good. It's got good shininess, good detail to it, right? Alright. And then the longsword, this is the one-handed. Again, it looks the same. It's got some good shininess to it, some good detail. We might throw it down and take a closer look at it when we get to the cheat room, okay? Right now, I want to equip it and pull it out, and I want to go first person, and I hit the wrong button because, oh my goodness, I've been playing Fallout 4. And see, it's nice and shiny. See how that looks? Looks pretty good. And see how the hilt looks there when you can see it? We'll make her swing it again so she'll move it around, see? Looks pretty good. Now, we're going to also do... Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Wow. Okay, we're going to do the great sword. And you can see the hilt and the blade there. And you get a little different look at it when I turn like that. Okay, we're going to pop out for a minute. You know, the animation is the same. That's not what we're trying to see. We're just trying to see how the sword looks. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to the cheat room. We're going to try to upgrade it and enchant it, that kind of thing. So I'll see you there in a moment. Alright, so I wanted you to get a good look at the one-handed sword. So I'm using the free camera option to get us close to it. So it looks pretty good. Now I could just throw it down in the floor, but I thought it might look pretty good like this, just holding it in the light. We still may throw the great sword down in the floor and try that to see if we can see much more. But this gives you an idea of the shininess, the reflectiveness, it looks nice. It looks like a good sword. And that's really all I want, is a good basic looking sword. I don't have anything really against the way they did the swords in the game, but some of them are kind of goofy looking, really, and this one looks more traditional to me. You might remember there's an old mod out there, Armin Swords, which has a lot of good traditional looking swords, and I think this is along those lines. And this is just one sword, but there's two variations, which I like. So let's take out the giant one and throw it down. And we'll see if we can take a look at it here. I'm going to go first person, and I'm going to use my free camera option. So give me a moment, and we're going to try to take a little closer detail. I'll try not to be crazy about it. Matter of fact, perhaps we can just do our camera option. See how detailed that looks? I think that looks very nice. And there's no need really to look much further than this, because you'll never see this sword probably this close again. At least it'll be very rare. So I think that looks nice. So I'm going to hop out of this, and we're going to see if we can upgrade it, okay? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can upgrade these. Let's see if we can enhance them. Alright, this is the Great Sword. And this is pretty much going to be the maximum you can get out of it if you're at her level. Now, that looks really low, but I want you to understand that she's not really super powered on this right now. That is a good upgrade, but let's see, what's her fighting skill? Because you know how it goes. It depends on your skill. Oh, her one-handed skill is very low. Let's, you know. So for her, that's pretty good. But for you, you're going to get more of an upgrade than that, okay? So just be aware of that. And if you enhance your fighting abilities, if you add to your one hand, you'll get more damage. I don't think she's wearing... Is she wearing anything that's enchanted? I don't know if she's wearing anything much. No, she's not wearing a lot that's enchanted. Her shield is enchanted, but she's not even got it on. So you just won't see a lot of damage coming from that. Now let's see if we can enchant these, which, if I remember correctly, I've enchanted the one-handed one before, when I was originally testing this out. I'm just going to throw a few enchants on it. We'll do that. The longsword. And then the great sword. We'll do some frost. And maybe some shock damage. There you go. So both of them are enchantable. They're upgradable. The only catch is that you have to make them, again, I'm in the wrong selection, I apologize. The only catch is, notice they take a little bit of that enchant glow on them. But the only trick is that you have to create them at the Skyforge, unless you want to go get them out of the guards barracks. I don't even see the point in that. I don't even bother. That's okay, I mean, but if you're going to put them somewhere for me to get them, just put them somewhere obvious and tell me exactly where they are. Like, they're in this barrel right beside the forge, say in Whiterun, or, well, they could be right beside the Skyforge, you know, or something like that. Otherwise, it doesn't make much sense to me. So, anyway, I think this sword looks nice. I really like the way the hilt looks and the blade looks, and it looks, I don't know, what I would think of as a good standard sword, but with a nice hilt, okay? Alright, so that's really all there is to this mod. I'm going to hop out and show you the mod again. Alright, so this has been Radzig Longsword. I've already forgotten, let me scroll down. This is from John Skyrim. They were nice enough to bring us this very good looking sword. It's 2K textures. And it says it's based on the sword from Kingdom Come Deliverance. I could have mentioned that before, but didn't think about it. It's under 15 megabytes, and it's very nice. I think if you want just a good old-fashioned sword, see, I think this would pair nicely with, like, if you're doing some of the Nord Wars armor replacers or something. I think this would, or even not a replacer, if you're doing some sort of knight or more realistic-looking armor, like we do have some mods that do that. This would be a good sword for that. And that might be something I do in a future playthrough. I did like this sword. I like the way it looks, so I guess I can't say that enough, so there you go. I do like the way it looks, and if you like it, you should give it a whirl, okay? Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. So I want to acknowledge these people who donate to the channel, who support the channel. They put their money where their mouth is, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you to these folks, and thank you to everyone for watching and supporting the channel. This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.